Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Four 18:8. Hare Krishna. Which one? Is okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Perfect, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Take it. Hare Krishna, everybody. Let us start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Nonam taviruddha kshina.
नूनं तविरुद्धः क्षीणा
Mayi kalena bhuyasa.
मयि कालेन भूयसा
Yogena drishtena.
तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन
Bhavan adatum arhati.
भवान् आदातुमर्हति
Nonam taviruddha kshina.
नूनं
नूनं
तविरुद्धः
तविरुद्धः क्षीणा
Kalena bhuyasa.
मयि
मयि कालेन
कालेन
भूयसा
Yogena drishtena.
तत्र
तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन
Bhavan adatum arhati.
भवान् आदातुमर्हति
Onam taviruddha kshina.
नूनं तविरुद्धः
विरुद्धः क्षीणा
Kalena bhuyasa.
मयि
मयि
कालेन
कालेन
भूयसा
भूयसा
Tatra yogena drishtena.
तत्र
योगेन दृष्टेन
Bhavan adatum arhati.
भवान्
आदातुमर्हति
आदातुमर्हसि
Onam taviruddha kshina.
नूनं तविरुद्धः क्षीणा
Kalena bhuyasa.
मयि कालेन भूयसा
Tatra yogena drishtena.
तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन
Bhavan adatum arhati.
भवान् आदातुमर्हति
Yes, online, start.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंड प्रणाम। नूनं ताविरुद्धः क्षीणा मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवान आदातुम अर्हति। हरे
हरे
कृष्ण प्रभु
कृष्ण
जी,
प्रभु
दंड
जी,
प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम। नूनन्ता विरुद्ध क्षीणा मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी,
हरे
दंडवत
कृष्ण
प्रणाम।
प्रभु जी। नूनं तविरुद्धक्षेण मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
नूनं ताविरुद्ध क्षीणा मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवान् आदातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
प्रभु।
कृष्ण।
नूनं ताविर्दाक्षिणा मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। नूनं ताविरुद्धक्षेण मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
प्रभु
नूनं ताविरुद्ध
मोयि काले न भूयसा दृष्टेन भवान् आगतुम् अर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। नूनं ताभिरुद्धा
कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवातुमर्हति।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। नूनं ताभिरुद्धा क्षीणामयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
प्रभु।
प्रभु जी, प्रणाम। नूनं ताभिरुद्धशीना मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवान् आदातुम् अर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। नूनं ताविदक्षिणा मयि कालेन भूयसा तत्र योगेन द्रष्टेन भवानादातुमर्हति। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। नुनोताय मयि कालेन भूयस तत्र योगेन दृष्टेन भवान् आदतुम् अर्हति। थैंक यू प्रभु।
Done, everybody?
Yes, yes.
Nunam, therefore, taha, those, viruddhaha, herbs and grain, shinaha, deteriorated, mahi, within me, kalena, in course of time, bhuyasa, very much, tatra, therefore, yogena, by proper means, drishtena, acknowledged, bhavan, your majesty, adatum, to take, arhati, ought. Due to being stocked for a very long time, all the grain seeds within me have certainly deteriorated. Therefore, you should immediately arrange to take the seeds out of me by standard process which is recommended by the acharyas and or shastras. Due to being stocked for a very long time, all the grain seeds within me have certainly deteriorated. Therefore, you should immediately arrange to take the seeds out by standard process, which is recommended by the acharyas or shastras. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Supriti Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। Purport by His Divine Grace AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada की जय। When there is a scarcity of grain, the government should follow the methods prescribed in the Shastra and approved by the Acharyas. Thus, there will be a sufficient production of grains and food scarcity and famine can be checked. Bhagavad Gita recommends that we perform yajna sacrifices. By the performance of yajna, sufficient clouds gather in the sky, and when there are sufficient clouds, there is also sufficient rainfall. In this way, agricultural matters are taken care of. When there is sufficient grain production, the general populace eats the grains, and animals like cows, goats, and other domestic animals eat the grasses and grains also. According to this arrangement, human beings should perform the sacrifices recommended in the Shastras, and if they do so, there will be no longer food scarcity. In Kali Yuga, the only sacrifice recommended is Sankirtana Yajna. In this verse, there are two significant words, Yogena, by the approved method, and Drishtena, as exemplified by the former Acharyas. One is mistaken if he thinks that by applying modern machines such as tractors, grains can be produced. If one goes to a desert and uses a tractor, there is still no possibility of producing grains. We may adopt various means, but it is essential to know that the planet Earth will stop producing grains if sacrifices are not performed. The Earth has already explained that because non-devotees are enjoying the production of food, she has reserved food seeds for the performance of the sacrifice. Now, of course, atheists will not believe in this spiritual method of producing grains, but whether they believe it or not, the fact remains that we are not independent to produce grain by mechanical means. As far as the approved method is concerned, it is enjoined in the Shastras that intelligent men in this age will take to the Sankirtana movement, and by doing so, they shall worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya, whose bodily complexion is golden and who is always accompanied by his confidential devotees to preach this Krishna conscious movement all over the world. In its present condition, the world can only be saved by introducing the Sankirtana, this Krishna conscious movement. As we have learned from the previous verse, one who is not in Krishna consciousness is considered a thief. Even though he may be materially very advanced, a thief cannot be placed in a comfortable position. A thief is a thief and he is punishable. Because people are without Krishna consciousness, they become thieves, and consequently they are being punished by the laws of material nature. No one can check this, not even by introducing so many relief funds and humanitarian institutions. Unless the people of the world take to Krishna consciousness, there will be a scarcity of food and much suffering. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Mutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nunam taviruddha kshina Mayi kalena bhuyasa Tatra yogena drishtena Bhavanadatum arhati. Due to being stocked for a very long time, all the grain seeds within me have certainly deteriorated. Therefore, you should immediately arrange to take the seeds out by standard procedure which is recommended by the Acharyas or Shastra. Hare Krishna. So, one of the great qualities of Srila Prabhupada was that firm faith in the Shastra. You see here, Prithu Maharaj is trying to increase the production, trying to feed the starving people. And the Shastra says, Mother Earth says that if the people are sinful, I don't want to feed them. So that means, who can make an arrangement better than Prithu Maharaj? Nobody. Incarnation of God. You cannot imitate him, you cannot even do anything near him. But even then, the earth refused to feed the people. So if the society remains sinful, they will be starvation. Whatever you bring tractors, you bring this, you bring chemicals, you bring fertilizer, they will be starvation. Now, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada used to say there is only one shortage in this world, that is Krishna consciousness. There is no other shortage. Other shortages are only imagined. In our personal life also, actually the only shortage is Krishna consciousness. We don't have any other problem. The only problem is that I am not serious in serving Krishna. That's all. And because of that, all the problems come. I am mentally disturbed, I am physically disturbed, I am socially disturbed, I am politically disturbed, I am everywhere I am disturbed. The only problem is that we look for problem outside, we try to blame this person, that is not a problem. The problem is I am not serious in Krishna consciousness. Correct? There is no other problem. I am the cause of my own problem. One should be convinced of this, then actually he becomes a gentleman. Then he becomes introvert because he's searching for, see, if I have a problem and I'm searching for what is the cause of the problem, and if I tell you cause of your problem is only you, then every person will be very, very introspective and finding fault with himself. Why did I do that? Why did I think like that? Because you are the only cause. Nobody can cause you problem. Then God doesn't exist. If somebody can come and disturb you, what is God doing? Correct? Hetvatma atma kritam vipakam. It's not some hallucination thing, atma kritam, I am the cause of my own problem. It's not a it's a fact. I am the cause of my own problem. So if the society as large also is starving, the society is the cause of its own problem. Individually also, collectively also. So here, nothing could be done. Now, there is a very interesting incident of the government of Andhra Pradesh. That time, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh was together. And it was facing acute, what you can say, there was no water. What do you call that? No rain. Drought, acute drought. And then the Secretary of the State, he writes a letter to Srila Prabhupada, which is there in Science of Self-Realization. I will just read that letter. Look at the faith Srila Prabhupada shows in it. And also how Prabhupada doesn't want to distract this mission from focus on spreading Krishna consciousness. He doesn't want to distract it. You see this situation, and let us see Srila Prabhupada's letter on it. Okay, you are ready? Here is my inbox. Srila Prabhupada replied. Yes, Mataji, you like to read?
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Is it readable for you?
Little bigger Prabhupada. It's far.
How do I do?
Zoom out.
Where
if
it
not,
is?
no problem, Prabhuji.
Just wait. Okay. This one? Yeah.
She can zoom, Prabhuji. This can be zoomed by the participant itself.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh,
Yes.
no, wait a minute.
Yes, yes.
Go. Yeah. But how do I remove this back, the left side thing? Chalo.
But I think the right part is missing, Prabhuji. You can come back to the position. I can still read.
Prabhuji, you can make it normal. She can zoom it, Prabhuji.
No, wait a minute.
What she's saying, you can just double click on this.
No, just wait. Copy. Where is in this word is there? Anything is there? This one? Ah. Do you have any reader in this?
Yeah.
It has come? So we are now, how do we increase size within this? View, zoom. Zoom in. Yes. View, zoom. Zoom in. Chalo, Mataji, start. We did something.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. The Supreme Welfare Work. Srila Prabhupada exchanges letters with the Secretary of the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee of Hyderabad, India. If you want to perform relief work simply by collecting funds, I think that will not be successful. You have to please the Supreme Authority, and that is the way to success. For example, due to the performance of Sankirtana, congregational chanting of Hare Krishna, here the rain has begun to fall after a drought of 2 years.
Chalo. Let's see, you not be able to believe that. Many of the people not be able to believe the reply. Chalo.
Revered Swamiji, the residents of the Twin Cities are happy to have this opportunity to meet you and your esteemed followers. You may be aware that due to inadequate rainfall during the last 2 years and its complete failure this year, more than half of our state, Andhra Pradesh, a state in southern India, is in the grip of a serious drought. With a view to supplement governmental factors, to combat this evil, a central voluntary organization of citizens drawn from various walks of life has been set up. The members of this organization surveyed the areas affected by drought. The situation is pathetic. There are villages where drinking water is not available for miles. Due to scarcity of water, the cattle owners are parting with their cattle for a nominal price. Many of the stray cattle are dying away due to unavailability of fodder and water. The food problem is also very serious. Due to high prices of food grains on the open market, purchase of grains at market prices is beyond the reach of poor villagers, with the result that at least 5 to 6 million people are hardly having one meal a day. There are many who are on the verge of starvation. The entire situation is most pathetic and heartrending. We therefore appeal to your revered self to consider how your society could do best to the rescue of these millions of souls who are in unimaginable distress. The committee would like to suggest that members of your society appeal to the bhaktas, devotees attending your discourses to contribute their mite to the Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund. The committee is prepared to send some of its representatives along with members of your society wherever you wish to distribute prasada to the hungry millions in the state. As Manava Seva is Madhava Seva, service to man is service to God, the committee is confident that even a little effort by your gracious society will go a long way in mitigating the sufferings of hundreds and thousands of people. Yours ever in the service of the Lord, T.L. Kadiya, Secretary, Andhra Pradesh Relief Fund Committee, Hyderabad, India.
Yours ever in the service of the Lord. What? Prabhupada. Yes.
My dear Mr. Katiria,
This is Prabhupada reply. Okay? Prabhupada reply. Yeah.
Please accept my greetings. With reference to your letter and your personal interview, I beg to inform you that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can become happy. Unfortunately, people do not know who God is and how to make him happy. Our Krishna conscious movement is therefore meant to present the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly to the people. As stated in Srimadbhagavatam 7th canto 6th chapter, Tushte cha tatra kim alabhyam ananta adye kim thair guna Vyatirikat iha esva siddhaha. The idea stated in this verse is that by pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we please everyone and there is no vision of scarcity. Because people do not know the secret of success, they are making their own independent plans to be happy. However, it is not possible to achieve happiness in this way. On your letterhead, I find many important men in this country who are interested in relieving the sufferings of the people, but they should know for certain that without pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all their attempts will be futile. A diseased man cannot live simply on the strength of the help of an expert physician and medicine. If this were so, then no rich man would ever die. One must be favored by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if you want to perform relief work simply by collecting funds, I think that will not be successful. You have to please the Supreme Authority, and that is the way to success. For example, due to the performance of Sankirtana here, the rain has begun to fall after a drought of 2 years. The last time we performed a Hare Krishna festival in Delhi, there were imminent danger of Pakistan's declaring war. And when a newspaper man approached me for my opinion, I said there must be fighting because the other party was aggressive. However, because of our Sankirtana movement, India emerged victorious. Similarly, when we held a festival in Calcutta, the Naxalite communist movement stopped. These are facts. Through the Sankirtana movement, we cannot only get all facilities for living, but also at the end can go back home, back to Godhead. Those who are of a demonic nature cannot understand this, but it is a fact. I therefore request you, as leading members of society, to join this movement. There is no loss on anyone's part of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but the gain is great. According to Bhagavad Gita 3.21, what is accepted by leading men is also accepted by the common man. Yadyat acharati shrestha tattad evetaro janah sayat pramanam kurate lokastad anuvartate. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow in his footsteps, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. The Sankirtana movement of Krishna consciousness is very important. Therefore, through you, I wish to appeal to all the leading men of India to accept this movement very seriously and give us all facility to spread this movement throughout the world. Then there will be a very happy condition not only in India but all over the world. Hoping this will meet you in good health, your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So nice. Now can you see the amount of faith he's showing? Locate that verse from the 7th canto. Anybody can locate that verse. Prabhupada is quoting that verse in this letter. You see that? Here Prabhupada says in the 7th canto, he says few lines. Tushtacha tatra kim alabhyam ananta ade kim tair guna vyati karar iha ye swasiddhaha. Just locate this verse, okay? Tushtacha tatra kim alabhyam. Okay, now you see that the heir in the state of the country has come forward to Srila Prabhupada, and he said that, can you feed hungry people because there is no rain? And Prabhupada said, first do Sankirtana. Sri Sri Radha Govinda ki. It is exactly echoing the Mother Earth saying. Mother Earth is saying, by this way, you cannot force me, I am not going to feed. And we can understand the fundamental principle is what? The purpose of creation is that people become reformed. When people are not participating in this process, the material nature does not want to support. Sri Sri Radha Govinda ki jai. Get to darshan. So material nature will not support whatever you do. Today this gymnastic, that gymnastic. We are actually, advancement means somehow without God we can make ourselves comfortable. One attempt, another attempt. Material nature, you cannot fight with material nature. It's just like Prithu Maharaj, if he not have listened to Mother Earth and gone about this way gymnastic, that way gymnastic, even though he is Supreme Personality Godhead, the earth refuses. Prabhupada says many times very interestingly, even God wants to feed you, the Mother Earth will not feed you. Take care. Please take care, take care. So even if the earth wants to, the God wants to feed you, the material nature will not feed you, will starve you if we are not. So therefore, it's very important as collectively or individually, we work on our Krishna consciousness. That is our primary job. Yesterday I was talking to Krishna's Grace. A lot of good people had come yesterday, got an opportunity to spend time with them. And I was talking to them, I could see this one person, he said, I have everything except time. I don't have time. So now I told him then, why don't you read Bhagavad Gita. Oh, no. So I told you, no, I don't have time. I said, how is it that Arjuna heard, he stopped the whole war? No. For him, you saw the TV serial? Krishna stopped time. If he can stop time for me, I will read. So where in Shastra it is that Krishna stopped the time? All kachara. So then the people do not understand the urgency of Krishna consciousness. They think the problem is in something else than me. That is what the weakness of people. They don't understand the problem is with me, with not keeping sufficient time for spiritual activities. In Bhagavad Gita it is called Mudha. What is it called? Mudha. Mudha means he has no time. So many of us fall in that category. Did you read Srila Prabhupada books today? I have no time. I was so busy. Take care. Now, did you chant your rounds today? No time. I'm so busy. So actually, no. The problem is with us. There is always enough time. 24 hours is very good time. It's only that we understand the problem is with me. I'm becoming a mudha, with not keeping sufficient time. And once you become a mudha, other things will follow. You'll become, because you're not practicing Krishna consciousness, you'll become Naradama, you'll become Maya Aprita Jnana, and then even become Asuri Bhavamashita. Because in the end, we want happiness. Prabhupada is saying, nobody can be happy without serving God. But if you deny serving God, you'll go crazy in materialism. Therefore, not only for ourselves, and those of you who are parents, engage your family members in practicing Krishna consciousness. Okay? Okay, so you engage your family members in practicing Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there is no way. Otherwise, there is no way you can make them happy. So by material arrangements, how much, whatever you do, they will not be satisfied. Whatever you do. You can, conquer the whole earth, and give $1 trillion, still the family members will not be happy. That's not the way to make them happy. Any individual can only be happy if he practices Krishna consciousness. Without that, we cannot. We can do our duty, but whatever we do, but we cannot make them happy. We should be convinced of this. Individually, for our own self, we should be convinced. I want to see who doesn't want to be happy. But you can only be happy if you please the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada said, people do not know who is God. Forget about how to please Him. Now, if I say you have to please some person, it cannot be in the air. It is a person. You have to please the person. Okay? So similarly, Krishna is a person. You have to please the person. And you will be happy when Krishna is pleased with you. So sometimes it is we feel some vacuum in our heart, like Vedavyasa was finding after writing all the Vedic literatures, he was finding some vacuum in his heart, some suffocation. I did so much work. But why the Lord is not pleased with me? Why did I do a mistake? He was inquiring, what mistake I have done? Why Lord is not pleased? Why Prabhupada says he is in trouble. Even after writing Mahabharata, even after writing Puranas, even after writing the 4 Vedas, he has done so much work, Vedanta Sutra, he is in trouble, he is not happy. So Krishna consciousness comes when we become a gentleman. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how do I preach to this man? He says he is very happy and he is not scared of death. Prabhupada says, the mad person, don't talk to him, don't waste your time. So we can only be recipient of Krishna consciousness when we understand. Looks like Lord is not pleased with me. Then only where is the beginning then? We are not Paramahamsa, the Lord is pleased with us. We are not mad, who doesn't care. So we should be in the category. Why I am not be happy? That means the Lord is not pleased with me, like Vedavyasa. And then what happens? He starts looking for an answer. He said, maybe I didn't please the Supreme Person, I didn't properly glorify the Supreme. He had the doubt actually. Is it because of that? Maybe I didn't put a proper effort in glorifying the Lord? Narada APS. The Lord sends pure devotee. So if I am genuine, and if I am really serious to advance at Krishna consciousness, there can be no shortage from the Lord's side. Narada APS. And then immediately he guides him and he confirms, yes, my dear student, you have done so much wonderful. Prabhu, he says the word Prabhu there. My dear Prabhu, you have done so much wonderful things. Your austerities are genuine. You have done so much tapasya. Your works are voluminous, no doubt. But you are not properly glorified this one. Nayat vachaschit tripadam yasharu hare. Anybody knows the shloka? Hare Krishna, look at the shloka. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishloka baddhivati api namani anantasya yasho ankitani yat shanvanti gayanti grinanti sadhava. This is the next verse. He said, on the other hand, any words which are used for the glorification of the Lord, even though there is a mistake, these words are still glorious. Okay? So that is how Prabhupada writes that in the beginning of his Bhagavatam, that I am writing in a foreign language, I may make some mistakes. But I hope people will take more of my attempt to glorify the Lord than this mistakes in this grammatical or errors in my foreign language. Yes, he found the words. Jagat pavitram pranihita karehecha tadavayasam tirtam ushanti manasaha. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Shrimati Shamapriya Devidasi. Yes, Mataji.
It is 7.6.25.
7.
I put in the chat box.
That was the second thing, previous thing I'm talking about now. I just asked one more query.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can you please repeat?
Yes, start. Sarita Mataji.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. 1.5.10. Nayadvachaschitra hareryasho jagat pavitram pragranita karhichet tadvayasam tirtamushanti manasa nayatra hamsa niramanti ushikshayaha.
What is the meaning?
Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto the place of pilgrimage for crows. Since all the perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Just imagine. The Vedaveds are thinking, I have done great. And Narada Muni is saying, my dear Vedaveds, wait. Sit down peacefully. Therefore, in ISKCON, the focus is on Gita and Bhagavatam. There is a reason. These are Amala Purana and Bhagavad Gita, essence of the whole Bhagavatam. Prabhupada particularly, see, so carefully, he's choosing. Where is the time? Time is so limited. So we can focus. In fact, when you read Srila Prabhupada purport, there is so much we have not read. We are not focused on so many lines. See, today, like I was reading for this, I was shocked with Srila Prabhupada reply. I don't think we can have dare to even write that. Anna? Somebody, can you speak that to somebody? You go somewhere and say that Swamiji, now there is drought in the country. Yeah, because you're not glorifying the Supreme Lord. There will be problems. You cannot be happy, you cannot make any other effort. Focus on glorification of the Lord, everything will be fine. So imagine what courage he's having. Directly a letter. Okay, fine. I have got two more evidences today. Okay, let us go to the... How do I come on this? Wow. Okay, just 1 minute. Got to do the same drama again. Copy. And then I come to this. Wait, how do I reach desktop? Huh? Yeah. All right. How do I Alt A to take on? Control A. Control B. Yeah.
Increase the size.
I'll do that. That I'll go to view. Okay, control plus. ठीक है. Okay. Hare Krishna. Supriti Mataji, start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Director, but how do we reconcile what you recommend with the fact that our doctors tell us we should eat meat because of the protein? Srila Prabhupada, that is foolishness. My disciples here have not been eating meat for several years. Do you think they are reduced in their health? Rather, people say, what bright faces. In Boston, one priest wearing plain dress said, Swamiji, how is it your students look so bright? And often we are portrayed by the press as having bright faces. Recently, some ladies were so struck by my students' appearance that they asked, are you American? Director, but how do you react if somebody breaks into this place and tries to steal? Srila Prabhupada, if a thief came in, we should punish him. Director, you would be violent? Srila Prabhupada, why not? A thief should be punished. Director, you would punish him yourself? What would you do? Would you start attacking him? Srila Prabhupada, no. Whether by ourselves or someone else, a thief has to be punished. A thief has to be punished by ourselves or yourselves. The government meant it. The government meant it doesn't matter. A thief is a thief and he should be punished. Director, what if he breaks in and what if he breaks in because he is hungry? Srila Prabhupada, well, we advertise everyone come and eat. Why should this man remain hungry? We invite everyone, come here and eat, no charge. We don't charge. Why should he remain hungry? Let us increase this program. All hungry men of Melbourne city, come here. You take your meal sumptuously. We invite, come on. Why should you remain hungry? Director, what if he is an alcoholic and he is hungry? Disciple, some alcoholics come here and we give them a meal every night. Director, you do? Disciple, yes. And each week they visit our Sunday feast and we give them a meal then too. Srila Prabhupada, Krishna consciousness requires a little time to practice. Otherwise, it is open to everyone for his reformation. Director, but you would have your limitation as to how far you can go on feeding people. Srila Prabhupada, we can feed people unlimitedly provided the government helps. Director, you could make a place where destitute people come and have a free meal. Srila Prabhupada, oh yes, everyone, we open our doors to everyone. You come and take prasada. Director, could the government in a word use you? Srila Prabhupada, no, we cannot be used by the government. We can use the government. The government cannot. The government cannot dictate to us. That will not help. Director, just a moment. It is a fact that we have a lot of disputes to look after and you feel your religious order would like to help people. If the government subsidizes you to provide these services, Srila Prabhupada, that we can do. Director, that you can do as long as they don't contradict your Srila Prabhupada, yes, our principle is this pure Krishna conscious way of life. You can see one day, if you kindly come early in the morning and stay for the entire day, you can see our activity, how nicely we are doing, and then you can do the needful.
Oh, nice. You say, government cannot use us. They cannot dictate terms to us. You know, there has been in Karnataka, government is saying you give X. You know, so we should say, we are sorry, I'm sorry. You cannot dictate to us. You know, we are doing service to Krishna. If you want, you can help us, correct? But don't tell us what to do. You listen to them, just because they're throwing some coins, then they will dictate. You do this, you do this, you do this. Okay. Now, is it fine? You see that how emphatic is Srila Prabhupada? Now, this is, the thief comes in, is actually a puzzle for the Mayavadis. They are not able to handle this, you know, punishing somebody. They're just in some foolish philosophy, some fool's paradise they live in. So Prabhupada is very clear. Thief comes in, we'll punish him. Thief has to be punished. Now, would you be violent? Prabhupada said, yes, you will be violent. So devotional service doesn't mean we are in some utopian world. Yes, thief is there, thief is the thief, he has to be punished. Interesting. Okay, so now we, in this, what we add on to the first thing, Srila Prabhupada was speaking about that the real welfare work is that everybody should try to serve Krishna, and then Prabhupada, then people then will say, what hungry people? So that they come. Now you see there is a lot of difference there. If I have to analyze, going outside and giving prasadam and giving prasadam to the people coming inside, Prabhupada distribution of prasadam was in a way. We should always maintain that way. There is Harinam, there is some speech, there is some prasadam. You know, Prabhupada once mentioned simply giving prasadam is nonsense. Simply giving food is nonsense. That will not help. And we see that all of us became devotee, not that just we had prasadam. Always it was in a package. There was some sankirtana, there was some association. At least there was some. Did America, Srila Prabhupada go and saw poor people in America? There are enough people in America also lying, hippies along the streets without food and shelter. Oh, let me go and give them food. He was not doing that. He was not doing that. He was holding sankirtana, he was holding a class, because Shramana is the most important element. The whole package should be there. There is sankirtana, there is association, there is some message, and then there is prasad. And that way when you do it, it is easily this way is done in the temple. When the people come to, somebody is hungry, dying, cannot walk to 2 steps and come to temple. You have to go to his door or what? You have to walk. When he comes, he gets darshan of the Lord. He said darshan of Radha Govinda. He bows down to the Lord because out of culture he will do that. He's spiritually benefited, credit. He bows down, credit. He takes charna with credit. He sees a devotee, credit. He learns about festivals, credit. He gets association of devotees, credit. And he also has prasadam, credit. That is the way it has to be done actually. The just say, no, I will just go to look for some poor areas and I will just give them some prasadam. This will be one-off, but this is not ISKCON's policy. In fact, some temples have done that when they were employed. We're not going to do this. They send their trucks to some areas, the devotees to Harinam. After Harinam, they give a small message of Krishna consciousness. Please chant Hare Krishna mantra. Many people don't chant Hare Krishna mantra because nobody told them to do that. Many people you ask, why are you not chanting Hare Krishna? Nobody told me till now. You are the first person who is telling me to chant Hare Krishna. So don't ask me why I am not chanting. Nobody told me to chant. Today the first person you are telling me, please chant Hare Krishna. So we tell them, you chant Hare Krishna, it will be very beneficial. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this process that just by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, all success will come. So now just giving true prasadam is different. And another problem comes when you are doing mass distribution of prasadam. The quality suffers. Prasadam means it is cooked by a devotee, it is offered by a devotee, and it is honored by a devotee. Then it has full impact. When it is not cooked by a devotee, when it is not served by a devotee, when it is not honored by a devotee, then I don't know which category. True, there is variety, it is absolute. Prasadam is always, but there is variety in absoluteness also. Radharani is also devotee, we are also devotee. Devotee is devotee. So prasadam is prasadam. But why not do it properly? Just like in a temple, always, many times what happens, who will be the cooking? Generally they hire somebody who is hardly chanting rounds, work for a salary. And true. And then he will cook. Then a pujari, again person who is hired, again who doesn't even chant his rounds, wears the dress, sadhu, hardly practicing Krishna consciousness seriously, hardly seriously. And then he does the offering. Correct? And who serves, maybe another person is serving who is also similar category. And then, what is that prasad? The whole conscious temple will go to hell. Whole consciousness will go to that. Because prasadam is very important. Correct? So in mass distribution, what happens? This becomes a thorough compromise. Who is cooking? Because you're cooking for so many people, that will go for a 6. Then who is offering? Sometimes offering will also not happen. Then, who is serving? Another XYZ. So what is the impact? So we can grow in size, but when you grow in size, you're at a small temple and then you want to do mass distribution of prasadam, you'll end up compromising the whole process. You cannot make a short circuit in spiritual life. Not just by a wish, a grain becomes just like all the elements of Krishna consciousness, their matter is converting to spirit, but you cannot make joke of the process. You are worshipping the deities, you cannot make joke of the process. You have to properly worship, right? Then the deities will manifest their presence. It's a matter, it's a marble statue, but it is now the Lord is personally standing there. You have to be careful. You cannot think the matter will become spirit just by. Prabhupada said to the degree of power, you can convert matter to spirit. Now you're doing Sankirtana and you think that it will be impactful, people will become devotee. No, it has to be done in proper consciousness. Then it will give proper impact. You cannot just think, I'm chanting holy name. Yeah, that's holy name. But then there is variety. Prabhupada is chanting, we are chanting. There is variety. Correct? So there is variety in this. Then the holy name. Then the class or you're writing some literature. When you're writing it, Prabhupada said, unless you're empowered, you cannot write Shastra. It will have no impact. In reading that, nobody will become devotee. And you see, converting matter to spirit is not a joke. We should be very conscious. It requires empowerment to convert matter to spirit. Okay? You are offering bhoga to the Lord. It has to be done in proper consciousness. Otherwise, it will not have the impact. Devotees tell of an instance when Srila Prabhupada once made a khichdi, just a khichdi. That was his guru's disappearance day. And there is a narration of that, Prabhupada memories. The devotees, when they took that, were blown in the consciousness. So prasadam also, please mind, it's absolute, but there is variety in absolute. It's pure, that's okay. But the impact it will have to make person Krishna conscious. So all the, not that we are only doing service, we should also do service with proper consciousness. There was once different memories of devotees, how they became devotees. The one devotee said, I visited a temple. I told this previously. And when I visited, entering the temple, I saw somebody was cleaning a lamp. What he was doing? Small activity. But with so much happiness, with absorption he was doing. I was just looking at that. I became stunned. What is this? It shows dedication, sincerity, it encourages. Now I'm just cleaning a lamp, and cleaning with dedication, with devotion is different. Correct? Sometimes we go to Udupi and we see in the temple some ladies are sitting and they are making flower garland. Correct? They do right in the temple and they are singing some bhajans are doing. So much it is attractive. Just feel so happy to see them doing. They're doing service. They're doing such nice consciousness. Correct? So any service is done in proper consciousness, then it will impact. We are a preaching movement, but our preaching will not be effective if the elements what we are using, are not properly done. It will not impact people. So any service done, for that matter, any service is bona fide, yes, but it should be done with proper consciousness. Then it will impact. You're chanting Hare Krishna, do with proper consciousness. You're taking prasadam, do it. Don't think I'm only doing service. Do it with proper consciousness. Lord, I'm doing because I've been told to do this. The most important thing, I'm doing because I'm no initiator. Otherwise it will bring ahankara when you do things on your own initiative. You'll be so proud. I did this, then I did that, then I did that. Everybody has a big story for his own glorification. No. I'm a fool, I didn't do it properly. I was told to do, I did something. If it is just because of the blessing of the person who ordered me to do, if this is successful, I am very happy. But I am not any qualification to do this. Like Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj ordered me to preach, I am preaching. And then it is successful. Okay, so this Prabhupada was coming back to the topic today. Prabhupada, whenever it comes, in Bhagavad Gita also many times, engages always in the welfare work. Prabhupada's welfare work is spreading Krishna consciousness. That's the supreme welfare work. Always Prabhupada insisted on that. So one more last letter I wanted to read because we are presently in the temple meditating on fulfilling this. I've read it before, but sometimes we don't get something unless we read many times. I'll come down. Where it is? I'll come back to 100. Oh. Okay, one more. Let the whole world come again. Yes, Mataji, can you read? This was the letter we read previously.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Letter to all ISKCON Temple Presidents, Kolkata, 18 January 1977. To all ISKCON Temple Presidents, please accept my blessings. Now you must arrange in each temple there must be sufficient stock of prasadam for distribution. You can keep first-class cooks, 2 or 3, and they should be always engaged. Whenever any guest comes, he must get prasada. This arrangement must be made that the cooks prepare 10-20 servings at a time of puris and sabjis, and you can add halwa and pakoras, and the visitors must be supplied immediately. Whenever gentleman comes, he must be served. As the 20 servings are being distributed immediately, the cooks prepare another 20 servings and store it. At the end of the day, if no one comes, our own men will take, and so there is no loss. You cannot say it is finished, it is not cooked yet. There is no supply for cooking, etc. This must be enforced rigidly. The temple is managed by Srimati Radharani Lakshmi ji. So why should there be want? Our philosophy is, if anyone comes, let him take prasada, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Everything is being supplied by Krishna. Krishna is not poor. So why we should deny them? This should be done at any cost. There is no difficulty. It simply requires nice management. At the end of the day, you may sell or give away. If we believe that Krishna is providing and maintaining everyone, then why should we be misers? This means losing faith in Krishna and thinking that we are the doers and suppliers. We are confident Krishna will supply. Let the whole world come. We can feed them. So please do this nicely. Begin at once. Hoping this meets you in all good health. Your ever well-wisher A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Begin at once. Anyway, we are making a small attempt in this direction. Hare Krishna everybody. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have one question regarding prasadam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in case if a devotee is not that much clean and not chanting 16 rounds, and in their house still they are consuming onion and garlic, in the same kitchen they are using the same utensils and everything. And if such a devotee gives us prasadam, so what should we do, Prabhuji? Like, should we consume it or what, Prabhuji? How should we do that, Prabhuji?
Abba, this is a particular case. Let us talk about principles, no, in the class. This becomes a particular case. What is happening, what is not happening, okay? So devotees are struggling, so everybody is practicing Krishna consciousness, is struggling. In the beginning stages, it is not so easy because all the family members are not cooperating, okay, isn't it? So therefore, when we give Diksha, we are very sure. Actually, we wanted that this time it can be arranged. All the people who are applied for Diksha, there should be some house visit. Then we can see what is actually the standard in the kitchen. Everything, that kitchen generally fails. You want Diksha, but there is a failure in the kitchen and the altar. Altar is full of khichdi, everything is there, all the Devi Devatas are there. Still they are not convinced that we should worship the Supreme Lord. Shows the faith is still not developed. And the kitchen, still everything is being cooked, correct? We should this can be solved if we have a house visit along with. Before, now we have applications and plan is around February. So we have enough time, 3-4 months are there. All the language leaders, if they can organize that all the applications, somebody visits the house and checks the kitchen and the altar. At least two basic things. And overall lifestyle, do they get up in the morning? Are they chanting? The Kartik month is there. Many people are saying, so we can have some challenge, simple challenge. Get up in the morning. Correct? So they can do that. That will be very nice. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah?
Prabhuji.
That
Thank
may
you.
be a particular case, okay? But overall we can understand he's trying to practice because situation is struggling. Okay, na?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can I ask a question?
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, in our own homes, we are not able to make very elaborate prasads. But when we offer, we have only bhakti in our hearts and tears in our eyes to offer the Lord. And we just stand there and chant Hare Krishna. Is that okay, Prabhuji?
No, see, it cannot be the pujari says the altar is dirty, the dress is not there. My Lord, once somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how do you measure a pujari? He said, how timely he is, how clean he is. Not about how many tears he has in his eyes when he's doing arti. Correct, no? Both are
Yes,
important.
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
It should practically manifest, no, our devotion, true?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Suppose you have a problem and you call your friend, my dear friend, I'm in a problem, can you financially help me? And the friend says, I have friendship in my heart. What kind of friend is this? So it should outwardly also manifest. Okay? But true,
So
we are stuck sometimes in a problem is that not every member of the family is Krishna conscious, correct? So
Yes, Prabhuji.
we get stuck sometime. Krishna is watching that, but we should know that compromise is a compromise. Still, I have not brought it to the highest standard. Correct? It's not.
Yes.
It's not possible, but we are not doing anything. Correct? So we have to work in it. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. Chalo, who is going to sing today? Mudrashtaka. You can show those deities, I can take it. Wow. So now this Saturday we are having Govardhan Puja. 2 elements are already done. We are looking for a cow also, but we can start Go Puja and we can start serving cows also in our place. It should not be very difficult, we have a big place, but we are looking urgently some Indian breed cows. You can give us, don't tell me I'll give you money, get, no. For present, I have to, first cows, somebody has to come and give me, because time is very short. So locate. We plan to start, and we already have boat festival in the evening fixed up, and in the morning time we have Annukuta, which is called, we form a huge mountain of whatever is possible. Some temples make it of cake, some temples make it of rice. I think in that traditionally Govardhan means gobar, है ना? गोबर का बनाते हैं कुछ लोग राइस का बनाते हैं अन्नकूटा, कुछ लोग केक का बनाते हैं, स्वीट्स का बनाते हैं, हलवे का बनाते हैं, different चीज. So that will work out, a nice Govardhan, and then in the evening we have a beautiful boat festival. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna. Who is singing?
Prabhuji, can I sing?
Yeah, start. Yes.
Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam यशोदाभियुलुखलादवधाम्नं परामृष्ट अत्यन्त ओद्धृतगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं रुदन्तं कराम्बोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रं मुहुश्वासकम्पात्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रेव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषनिमज्ञातम् आख्यापयान्तम् तदीयेषितागेषु भक्तिर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदेवा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीहा इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनसि विराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलेर्वृत्तं कुण्डले स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरम्
मे मनस्याविराष्टं मलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदरनन्द विष्णु इदप्रदो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नं कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यान्तदिनं बतानु गृहाणि शमं मग्यं मेदि अक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमुतेयवद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो नेस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोद्रयाथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody.
हरे कृष्ण So
So,
beautiful.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Vanchakalpata-
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvatiram.
हरे
Thank
कृष्ण
you.
प्रभु जी धन्यवाद
Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavana.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी प्रणाम प्रभु जी
हरे कृष्णा सादर प्रणाम
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
कृष्णा
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.